So happy to introduce, for the first time live, the hosts of the CRiiiME Podcast. Make some noise for John Shefsky and Rich Slaton!
On our live show, and then this is the most sweaty $50 I've ever spent. It's full polyester. This is my buddy John Shefsky. Hi, everybody.
How fucking disgusting is this outfit?
It's the damn best, and you know it. Let's get that mic around here. We'll take that over here, man. We're starting off
in front of everyone.
Yeah.
He cracks the whip.
Yeah, we're like a married couple. All right, should we take this thing off the right way? Yeah?
The podcast? Yeah.
CRiiiME! That's a show where I, Rich Slaton, read a true story about law.
With his co-host, John Shefsky.
That's who he is. Nothing else to say this time?
Oh, no, play the music.
Oh, we already did that.
All right.
Fine. Oh, my God. All right. Guys, if you don't know what this show is, each week I research the life of some idiot or some awesome criminal. I turn that criminal's life into a story and I read it, and my good friend John Shefsky and our guest
make it funny.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's the
Woo,
idea.
we make it worthwhile.
Yes, you do. You do everything. I do nothing for the show.
He just does research, which is like school shit.
The promotion, the editing, nothing else. It's really fun.
That's the boring college stuff, dude.
Guys, as much as I love this guy, we have a fantastic guest tonight. If you listen to the show, you heard him on our first ever episode. He's one of the Butt Marsh boys. You might have seen him on Roast Battle as part of the Wave. Put your real hands together for our good friend, Jeremiah Watkins!
Oh, God.
That's Jeremiah.
Hey. Oh, man. Can I just say that, Rich, you look like one of Prince's pallbearers?
I don't think this suit's going to last the whole show.
You look like you officiated Barney's wedding.
Francis T. Featherstone.
Featherstone, go.
Was born on...
You look like the Joker's best man.
I feel like there's going to be a few of those. Was born September 2nd, 1948 in the...
You look like you have a grape fetish.
Frozen grapes are the best.
Oh, that's
where it's at. I'm so hot right now, I would give for anything cold at this moment.
You mean temperature-wise?
Yes!
All right. Not popular.
This is my friend, Jonathan Shefsky. Francis T. Featherstone was born September 2nd, 1948 in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood of New York City's West Side. Mickey, as he was called, was the last of 9 children born to his mother, Dottie.
9 kids, huh? A lot of cream pies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have cream pie notes I have to make.
Yeah, I already got you. You're taking care of the whole show now.
That's immediate. Sorry, Mom.
Is that an early sorry, Mom? Sorry, Mom. That's an early one.
You said 9 kids.
By the way, my mother's here, so if you like the sorry moms, give her an applause.
Oh, yeah, your mom's here. Yeah!
That's the person.
Mrs. Slaton, woo!
Also, our good friend Ben Rosen, who made the theme song, is here tonight.
Ben! Yeah!
I've known him since I was 1, so that's a fact you didn't need to hear.
And now you owe him money for music.
Yeah, I do. That's why he did this live show, so I can finally pay Ben for his work. So thanks, those of you.
I'm taking that money.
Dottie's first husband, Charlie Featherstone, was a drunken asshole, leaving her with 6 kids and no real income. She soon began seeing a new Charlie, last name Boyle, a military man.
Wait, she ditched one Charlie for another Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just swap them out. They're Irish. They're all the same, basically.
That's fucking racist.
Is that rude today?
That's racist.
On today of all days.
Not all Charlies are the same. Hashtag.
First he spits in our face by wearing a purple suit on stage. Then he says we're all interchangeable. How dare ye, Rich Slaton? How dare ye?
I dare. I dare a lot.
Oh, dude. So, okay.
She and Charlie Boyle had 3 more kids, including Mickey, but since they couldn't track down her first deadbeat husband and never could file for divorce papers, so she and her
Concentrate.
kids
Take your time.
sucked my dick.
Read the words. Don't be in a rush. They paid. They're going to wait.
I'm going to mess up 4 more times, specifically. Hi, guy I saw in the bathroom, didn't know it was me.
What's up, Kamel? How are you? Woo! Yeah!
Yeah, he's like, are you excited for the show? And he's like, are you here for the show? I'm like, yeah, I guess I am.
What are you? Al-Qaeda or ISIS?
In my defense, I hear you guys all the time.
Fuck yeah, man, me too. That's crazy. So she...
What did he mean?
I hear us a lot. That's a fact. I'm hearing us right now.
Oh! Whoa, this got meta. Fuck. All right. I was like, I don't have the drugs to keep up.
We're at the Comedy Store. They're definitely here somewhere.
All right, go on with your fucking story, dude.
So, Dottie and her newest kids were stuck with the name Featherstone, even though she's got a new Doyle husband.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Young Mickey was a scrawny blonde boy with messy hair and a baby face. A childhood acquaintance described his appearance as so soft that, quote, you'd swear that butter wouldn't melt in his mouth.
Yeah, I look at everyone like that, Slaton. Come on.
Okay,
You try to melt butter in your mouth?
who's the creepy guy who came up with that saying?
I wouldn't put butter in that kid's mouth, I'll tell you that much. Unless you wanted to fuck it, right? Fist bump?
Look, it's a Catholic story, so I'm not gonna...
Oh, fuck.
Now on St. Paddy's Day, Slaton. Okay. Being part of a poor but large family, Mickey and his brothers were stuck with hand-me-down clothes.
Oh.
Teasing led to fistfights, which Mickey would flee while his brothers stood their ground. By his teen years, he felt the need to prove himself, so in 1966, Mickey dropped out of high school, lied about his age, and volunteered for the war in Vietnam.
Oh, fuck. Oh, more Charlies.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Oh, that's...
All right. Right?
That's quality. That's quality beef right
Can't
there.
help it. I fucking hate Charlies. Send me to war. Kill all the Charlies.
You are certainly a violent man. Mickey was assigned to the training headquarters of Special Forces, also known as the Green Berets.
Oh, nice. Rambos.
At first he was excited, but when he arrived, his enthusiasm quickly dampened. Mickey had not gone through Special Forces training. The casualty rate for the unit was very high.
Wait, you mean he got to Vietnam without going through the training?
Well, he did. No, he didn't do special. He's with the Green Berets, but never did Green Beret training.
Oh,
How's that
wow.
happen?
Well, you're about to find out.
Oh, go on. Go on.
So since the casualty rate was so high, regular Army personnel were often assigned to do menial jobs. Private Featherstone wasn't a Green Beret. He was their butler.
Wait.
Like he
Yeah.
brought them alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, kinda, yeah. There'd be bullets more
Sandwich?
than alcohol.
Okay, that's a military term.
Yeah,
Our
military.
butler is not like a British dude like, your bullets suck. They're like, get out of here, butler, we're in a firefight.
Your mouth butter.
There's a phone call for you, sir.
Here is your hollow point, sir, that you have been requesting for so long.
We got
Also, here is some buckshots if you'd like that for later.
There's so many butlers on this fucking...
Mickey hated his assignment.
Can you imagine having a grandpa who's like, I fought in the Vietnam War.
What'd you do, Grandpa? What'd you do in the war?
I was a butler.
Oh!
Not what I expected.
Things got real over there. The Chardonnay was flowing. You have no idea. Bodies I saw.
Mickey hated his assignment. So close to glory, but so far from respect. He sent tape-recorded letters home to his mother, bitterly complaining about his situation. Yeah, like little mini, little casts. He spent his days supplying ordnance to combat soldiers and nights drinking heavily at the Playboy Club in town.
Oh. Me rub you wrong time?
That was there. That was right there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. After his transfer to the Mekong Delta, he began to have regular blackouts.
Did you say meat con?
Yes, the Meat Con. That's where we're going.
Wait,
we do
Meat
Crime
Con?
Con in Nashville in May, and then
Meat Con. That sounds like a super gay party,
man.
dude.
You never been to Meat Con, bro?
Oh, dude, I was a Powerball room 4 years in a row at Meat Con, dude. I
dude.
know that fucking club, dude.
Dude, right over here we got Taco Bell meat. Right over here we got Kobe. Right over here we got carne asada, but that's on the other side of the wall.
You got pork! So after his transfer to the Mekong Delta, he began to have regular blackouts. On a night out drinking with orderlies from the base hospital, one of the men pointed at him and said, "Hey, he ain't been initiated yet."
Oh, fuck. What's coming?
Sometime that night,
Rape! Everybody run! Hashtags. Here they come.
sometime that night he blacked out. He awoke the next morning to find his penis wrapped in tape and gauze.
Yes! When you call it, you call it!
A drunken medic had given him a prank circumcision.
Like a real one, though, or a fake one?
Like a Impractical Jokers type, like, oh, whoops.
But next on True TV, one of the guys get a little wild. Things get a little wild when one of them wakes up with the tip of their penis cut off. Next on True TV. Sal?
Cock-bunked.
A few days later,
Wait, so he actually had his penis cut, or was it a joke? Like ketchup squirted around it, like, ah.
Their idea of a funny little practical joke was to cut off his foreskin. That was what the.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Ha ha! 20% less sensation for your entire life!
That seems pleasant.
That seems like a long thing to yell at somebody.
That's why I never did that.
A few days later, his brother Joseph got a weekend pass from the Airborne Rangers and came to visit. A night of heavy drinking ended at a whorehouse.
Where he couldn't fuck because he had stitches.
Now, but this is different from the Playboy place? The whorehouse is considered different?
The Playboy place is classic.
Yeah. Whoa. Have you ever read the magazine?
No. I've only looked at it. I've never
More of a play girl myself.
But when he got a hard-on, he suddenly experienced serious pain. He pulled down his
You
pants.
hear people go, yeah.
A dude goes, well, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The last time I got circumcised at 23?
Dude, clap your hands if you've been circumcised as an adult. Just clap them so we know.
That was a very strange... You got circumcised as an adult? Oh, dude, I was like, bro, I gotta see that real quick.
He's like, you got circumcised and as an adult? And you didn't recognize me in the bathroom? What's your deal? What is your freaking deal? I should have bought insurance on this suit. I'm going to sweat right through
Oh,
it.
we forgot!
What?
Our good friends at
CRiiiME Insurance Services!
Guys, sometimes people circumcise you against your will. And it's good to have insurance.
Make a claim. You deserve it.
Our good friend Joe Earl from C3 Risk and Insurance Services has sponsored this podcast from pretty much day one.
Mm-hmm.
And he will give you, clap it up for Joe. He will provide all whatever insurance you need, car insurance, bike insurance, houses, dick insurance, whatever kind of insurance there is. So go to c3insurance.com and he'll give you, if you get a thing, he'll give you
$25
gift
to
card
Amazon where you can buy one of those fake sheaths to put on your penis.
You can buy a new foreskin.
That's right. You can buy a fake foreskin. Tell him Shefsky sent you. He loves me.
Yeah, he's all about
He
it.
loves me. Huge fan.
Mickey pulled down his pants. Yeah, we're still here, by the way.
Oh, okay. We are still in the house.
Guys, we're going to be here for 9 hours.
There's still 80 pages. Slaton can't even read.
Mickey pulled down his pants to find
That's pretty good.
that the incision had ripped open and his dick was kind of ruined.
Yeah. That happens. That happens to the best
How
of us.
ruined was it?
What if Slaton said, this ruined, and he pulled his pants down? It happened to me.
You recognize this? You recognize this?
Large Marge is right in his pants.
After that, Mickey was a whole new man.
Not exactly.
And by that, I mean he did not give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
He stole a Jeep and drove to town for a night of drunken mayhem.
I got no dick. I can't even feel this.
And I'm in a Cherokee. Ladies.
Oh, it takes a village to raise a riff. That was good, man. That was fucking good. That was gold.
I wrote way too
In a
much for that
Cherokee.
story. I really did. Oh God.
I wasn't accounting for the laughs. We were here for 3 days.
Slaton chopped all our dicks up and we fell asleep. Oh, I've never gone on the
We're
river.
sure in a hotel room in Nashville, buddy. Just so you know. All right. Where the fuck was I?
We shared a hotel.
I didn't do the thumb. I'm sorry.
Put your thumb
When
back
he
on the
didn't make
goddamn
it back in time for the morning flag-raising ceremony, he was demoted, losing pay and rank, and discharged in 1968. Within days of his return to Hell's Kitchen, the boy who used to run from fights began to seek them out.
Oh,
He took
changed
on-
man, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I ain't scared of nothing now.
Not anymore.
Not
Jeez.
anymore. I've seen it. They chopped off my onion tip. Nothing scares me. Right? Like something bad happens to you, and then you're just like, you know what? I can fucking handle anything now. I ain't got no dick. What are you gonna do? I used to have a cock sock. Now I can't feel anything. What are you gonna do to me?
He took on 4 guys in a bar, resulting in a broken nose and some missing teeth. A month later, he challenged a robber who had a gun using just a trash can lid.
Like, you see this? This is what they did to my dick. Well, what's a trash can without a lid?
Oh, yeah. If you don't know this show, it's like 98% dick jokes, by the way. I don't know if you've figured that out yet.
It's all comedy. Don't fight it.
No, dude.
What was this, 2018?
4-time dick joke champion Rich Slaton sitting next to you. The hospital discharged him the next day with a bullet still lodged in his elbow. On September 26th...
Wait, so the fight ended up with him getting shot?
Yeah, kind of.
When did you say that? I didn't even hear you say that. Did
I
you hear
wasn't
him?
that important. It's just a bullet in his
Yeah.
elbow.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal.
Okay.
Fine, whatever.
Okay. No.
On September 26, 1968, Mickey sat at the bar of the Market Diner getting housed, when in walked John and Jimmy Riley. From New Jersey, the brothers were known to be big, loud bullies.
Ooh, that rarely happens in New Jersey. Doesn't
Hey,
it?
I'm just here to help you cross the street or
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey, check out my fucking Civic. It's lowered.
Mickey already
Is that
hated the
general-
Rileys. Is that a New Jersey...
It's a very, everyone knows, everyone in New Jersey has green Type R Civics and they lower them. It's a cliche pop culture knowledge.
Mickey already hated the Rileys, so when John asked if he had a cigarette, Mickey replied,
Fuck
"Nah,
you!"
Not for you." John pointed to Mickey's pack of Cools and asked, "What are those?" "Those is New York cigarettes." As the barflies laughed, John Riley slapped him in the face. A fight broke out, but when the cops arrived to break things up, and the Rileys were escorted to their car, John whispered to Mickey that he would be back with weapons.
No.
At the urging of his friends and brothers, Mickey went home. But as he lay on his parents' couch, the phone rang. The Rileys were back carrying, quote, a tire iron, an axe, and every fucking thing.
Wait, they had his phone number?
No, not the Rileys, the bar. Which also is kind of weird, I guess, that the bar has your phone number. It's Hell's Kitchen in 1968. Every Irish person's name is listed in the bar.
Yeah, because they all owe money on their tabs.
I'm taking
Yeah, you hear that, Irish? I'm going against you on St. Paddy's Day. Watch out.
Thank you for taking the heat off of me. So Mickey grabbed his dad's hunting rifle. He hid across from the diner, where he could see his people squared off with the armed Rileys. He took aim at their car and fired. Then fired again, hitting John in the arm.
So he's been shot in the elbow and the arm.
No,
now.
that's a different guy.
No, now
Mickey's been shot in the
doing
elbow.
shooting.
Mickey, with the hunting rifle.
Yeah, bruh.
All right.
So Mickey is at one end of, so if the bar was this table right here.
Yes.
Mickey's over here.
Outside.
He's got his musket.
Yes.
He's got one shot loaded.
That's
There's the 2 other bros from New Jersey over there.
1768, yeah.
They're in like black mesh tank tops that are very tight. Their hair's super greasy.
Very Jersey,
They're
yeah.
very gay, but they hate gay people.
Yes.
Okay. And then he shot one of them.
Yeah. In the arm.
Thank you for ending that so epically. I said, shot! And you're like, yes, in the arm.
Mickey walked up to John, who was still standing, and hit him in the face with the butt of the rifle. Mickey's buddy Tommy grabbed the tire iron and started beating John over the head, and he wouldn't stop until Mickey's brother punched him in the face to keep it from becoming murder. The cops came, Mickey and Tommy were arrested and spent a week in Rikers before making bail. That same day, John Riley was discharged from the hospital, but before he could make it out the door, he dropped dead.
Wait, from the gunshot?
Did you know it?
This is a live audience. I feel like we should at certain moments be like, you know what I mean?
Follow Jeremiah's cue. There are people listening in Japan. They're gonna be like, they didn't go. You're right. Thank you. We got it. We're all doing this together for other people that are downloading.
Mickey and Tommy were charged with manslaughter. In July of '69, while out on bail, Mickey got married.
Mickey got married. I don't know. That seems like it would be a song, right? Doesn't that seem like it'd be a song? Did you hear Mickey got married? I don't know. I thought it was a song.
Did you hear? Did you hear?
Yeah, that character. Oh.
Mickey got married.
Mickey got married on a Sunday. Mickey got married on a Sunday.
Juanita Arturo was a quiet, devout Catholic from the neighborhood.
What's her name?
Juanita Arturo. I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes there's a lot of words here, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I've done 15,000 words this week.
This show is so much speech therapy for you. I'm so proud of where you're going. You're doing really well. He's doing really well.
That's one thing they do for speech therapy. So
You're coming off like one of those guys who exercise a lot, but you're like, dude, I done 15,000 words this week, so you need to freaking chill right now, dude. You need to like watch where you're at, dude, because I'm about to do another 300 words right now.
I came up for a show.
But then he pulls a muscle right away.
Dude, I type 80 words a minute, bro. Where are you at?
No one attended their wedding.
Aww. Did they say?
Her family thought he was crazy, and his family didn't appreciate him marrying a Puerto Rican.
Oh, dude, who does, right? Huh? Wait.
You talk about 1968 New York Irish racism? All right.
Remember when we found out Boba Fett was Puerto Rican? You remember that? You remember that when they pulled his helmet off like he's Puerto Rican?
That's why he's so cool. I get it. All right, finally. I took what you did and made it nice. That's
You
what I
are
do.
such an
That's what I'm here
SJW bitch.
for.
Oh
I'm
my
here to
god.
cover for you.
Because Puerto Ricans are the best people out there.
Hey,
They created this country.
they made the World
my
Baseball
God.
Classic a 9-inning dance party this summer, all right?
Oh wow.
Okay.
This guy's a little bit too much in love with Puerto Rican. You know what I mean?
This next segment brought to you by our next sponsor, Puerto Rico.
Board of Tourism.
It's a really beautiful place with beautiful people. You should go there on vacation. Puerto Rico.
During their honeymoon, Mickey's half-sister Joan was surprised when her brother called and asked for help in convincing his new bride to have sex on their wedding night.
Wait, what? He had to ask his own sister or her sister?
His sister.
Nobody's sister would be okay to ask for this, by the way.
Yeah, there's no one.
Will some sister help me? And some black woman comes out. You need to fuck that man. Suck that dick. Get that muscle milk. That's why I don't drink it. Fucking weird.
Shockingly, the union did not last. A few months
Wait,
later,
did he fuck or not?
I'm actually not sure. It's not in any of the books.
Well, imagine if he did. What would it be like? Describe it, Slaton.
Pale, mostly pale.
Big ass, reverse cowgirl. I mean, come on.
You and your reverse cowgirl, you're playing Russian roulette. You're gonna have a Mickey dick in a minute. Keep doing that.
Is it that dangerous, folks? And if it is, isn't it worth it?
That's fair. I can't argue against that.
Right? Gotta live in the now.
Shockingly, the union did not last. A few months later, Mickey awoke from a nightmare and, thinking his wife was a Vietnamese agent, tried to strangle her.
That's why you can't marry vets sometimes. That's just the plain
Puerto
truth.
Ricans and Vietnamese are very similar from what I've seen.
When you're just waking up and you've been to war, anyone that's brown could be your killer. Right? You're just waking up. You got crust in your eyes. You're tired. You just go, oh, fuck, it's you, Charlie! You gotta turn the mic up?
Yeah, I think shockingly, I can't hear me now.
Oh, you can't hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Much, that's cool.
Where the fuck? This is my second one. 21. Oh, she moved out the next day and took all their furniture.
I would too. Wow.
So, 21-year-old Mickey moved back home, getting by on his parents' help and drinking for free at the American Legion.
Fuck yeah.
An abscess developed on his neck.
Fuck no. Oh, that doesn't really... You're like, hey, you come to this bar often? Sorry, just stir it in. It's a really nice cocktail. You want that up? There you go. It's like with egg yolk, right?
Which he ignored until
The alcohol kills the pus. You're fine. Oh, well, don't get a fucking martini then!
he ignored it until it got too big. When he finally
And he fell on
too
it.
big to ignore. Yeah.
Too big to ignore.
When he finally went to the
It's a Ralphie
hospital.
May special. Ralphie May!
Don't. Oh, Ralphie would have liked that.
Yeah, Ralphie would have loved that.
Where I lost it again. We'll do this, guys. We're all in this together, I think.
Keep your goddamn... I'm gonna staple your thumb to the fucking
When he
page.
finally went to the hospital, doctors treated the abscess and then referred him to the psychiatric division,
Because he's psycho and he's got a boil.
where he was diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic with alcoholism and traumatic war neuroses.
Probably knows how to fuck though, right? Paranoid schizophrenic.
I mean, you gotta make up for that missing
Right?
piece of your dick, so I'm sure he's got some
Right?
motion.
Right?
They suggested he stay, and he agreed.
Why don't you stick around for a little while, Kookie?
Not only did he need treatment, but
Jeremiah's wheels are turning.
No, I keep thinking about this guy's penis. What does it look like? What is wrong with this guy's penis? Like, is it like a Venus flytrap now, where there's like an opening, like into the urethra? Does he have any sensation where he like fingers it for fun every once in a while? I don't know. I tried to gross out John because he went so hard on the abscess, and I was like, God, this is getting disgusting. And I was like, I'll beat it.
I'll beat it with it. Well, actually, yeah, an abscess is one thing, but like a penis that's fucked up is like super painful. And no offense to anybody with a fucked up penis. We respect your penis, dude.
The next sponsor of this podcast is people with messed up penises.
.org. .com's a whole different website.
gotta help him out a little bit.
God help those
Not
cunts.
only did he need the treatment, but remaining in the facility had the convenient side effect of indefinitely pushing back his indictment for homicide.
Oh, what do you mean? Like in the courts, it doesn't like count or something like that?
If you're in psychiatric whatever, I guess at least then they didn't indict you for killing people.
Like
So-
even when you get out, they're not. They're just
He's
like.
not. Well, he's in right now. It's pushing it back.
He's probably gonna get out. So when he
I don't
gets
think
out
so. I
of
think
it-
the story's over. Good night, everybody. This has been fun. Thanks for coming.
You guys want me to smack him
Make
for
sure to
you?
get your validation on the way out. All right.
They can validate it.
Yeah, dude. Mickey spent most of his time heavily sedated. When he wasn't drugged up, he told doctors stories of his time in the war, like when he executed Cambodian spies, witnessed decapitations, the death of his friends, and prisoner torture.
Was that true, or was
None
he the
of
butler?
this gel with his military record whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. Like, I actually just brought them a lot of beer.
Doctors gave him a daily dose of antipsychotic tranquilizers known as the liquid straitjacket.
Oh yeah.
That's what got you hot?
Right? Not hot, but like, yeah.
You're gonna ask Mr. Shefsky when you get home for the liquid straitjacket?
That's not what I'm gonna ask for when I get home. Please wake up. All right, fine. I'm gonna go check my email. Because if I can't have sex, I want to just keep up to date with people messaging me.
Keep refreshing the email over and over.
My Yahoo's not loading. Well, X-Hamster
Let's go to
until it
Gmail.
does. Yeah. Gmail, huh?
And back to Yahoo.
That's right.
Gmail.
Yahoo!
I use Bing. Is that weird?
Wait, did you fake coming while you were singing the Yahoo song?
Yeah. Could you do that? Yeah.
That's how you do it?
Well,
Every time I come inside, I'm like, you've got mail.
and your wife goes, spam!
Signing off.
Oh, dude.
I think I'm gonna switch accounts.
Yeah.
In April 1970, after a few months in which he didn't attack anyone in the hospital,
Good for you, merit badge.
doctors decided to let him go free. 2 weeks later, Mickey was back in Hell's Kitchen drinking at the Sunbright Saloon. That night, a drunken scuffle ended when he shot a man dead with his own gun.
Just to watch him die. Johnny Cash and Ralphie May! Cheers.
Mickey turned himself in, but even though the bar was crowded with people, the DA had trouble finding witnesses.
Why? Because they don't narc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna say anything, are ya?
The few who did testify couldn't.
I've already been put away for being crazy, remember?
And I've got a weird dick. The bartender, you always top it off with the weird dick thing. What can I get for you? Another weird dick cocktail? Oh, sorry, drink. Right? Cocktail? You know,
That was a lot.
the cock and the tail.
You get it. All right.
Just stop reminding me about my weird
The
dick.
few who did testify couldn't or wouldn't say precisely what happened. The grand jury ruled it was a justifiable homicide.
Yeah. Right? No? All right. I thought we were all like, yeah, justifiable homicide.
He's got 2 free bodies.
Yeah,
so
dude,
far,
right?
So, yeah, it's the 60s.
Couple
man, whatever.
teardrops, yeah.
Mickey was sent back to the psychiatric hospital and again pumped with the strength.
Would you like your regular booth, sir? Welcome back.
But this time,
Every murder, he just gets shamrock tattooed.
I didn't do this one, but this one he really deserved it.
This time it did not help. They were concerned he might try to escape, so he was bound, shackled, and transferred to a hospital outside the city with tighter security. When he was deemed well enough for visitors, Juanita came with her own doctor so she could see Mickey and testify about his condition in divorce court. Mickey ignored the doc's questions, only speaking to ask to borrow a little money.
Like when he asked the questions, he just kept being like, can I get some cash?
Yeah.
I'd be like, were you the man who shot so-and-so? He's like, you got any money? Like,
Where were you on the night of April 27th, 1969?
you have a Venmo?
This is the murder weapon. It has your fingerprints all over it. Do you agree?
I also have PayPal if that works better.
This is the body of the deceased man. Do you recognize him?
I'll take shekels or pounds or anything. Yen? Bitcoin? You got a Bitcoin account?
They gave Mickey the money.
Give Mickey the money!
Okay, we're going to give you the money.
Please answer one question.
Aye.
As soon as they left, he
So it really did work? He got the money?
Yeah.
Does that work in real life? You just continually ask for money?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all the time.
if Brandon Dassey would have been like, could I have money? Could I have money? Then he would have never been. He never would have been charged with that murder on making a murder.
Yeah, dude. Like put your hand on the Bible?
I don't know, but could I have some money?
Your Honor, my client is broke AF!
I don't know. Maybe I saw finger. No, can I have some money? Is that okay? Could I have money?
As soon as they left, Mickey somehow snuck out of the building, using the borrowed money to buy a train ticket back to Hell's Kitchen. 5 days later, Mickey was out drinking when he stumbled on a brawl between a young couple from the neighborhood and 3 drag queens.
So Mickey just goes between getting drunk at his bar.
Yeah.
It's the same bar, right?
I mean, it's various bars, but they're all the same bar. That's the exact song.
And then he gets into trouble with the law.
Yes.
And then they let him out.
Yeah.
And he goes right back to the bar where he
I don't see what's wrong with any of this.
Imagine Ted Danson. Yeah.
All right, I think I buried the lead here. While out drinking, he stumbled on a brawl between a young couple from the neighborhood and 3 drag queens.
Nice. You want to see my weird dick? I'll look at yours. Right? You unstrap yours, I'll pull mine out of the bandages.
Next on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mickey, like any self-respecting Irishman from Hell's Kitchen, jumped right in the fray.
And then he clicked his heels in the air.
But before,
Hi, laddie!
but before he could throw a punch, a large black man with a police billy club
Yeah!
as a cop
Look like Terry Crews.
I think that's about accurate.
Right?
And pushed him up, and he did this. I can't do this thing. He did that thing. You know
Move
what
your
I'm talking
fucking pecs,
about. I
Slaton.
can't do it!
Move these things, Slaton. Oh, that felt good.
Thank you.
He's got it. He's done 3 or 4
I've
push-ups.
worked out a couple.
Oh, fuck. Now we've done it.
No way.
Now we fucking did it. No! Yeah! Oh.
You know what? That shirt almost looks purple.
Can you shoot milk out of it?
It's burgundy.
Oh, that's right. Don't dishonor the fucking eyeballs.
Yeah, dude.
I'm kind of agreeing with you with this too right now.
That's kind of washed out, so that looks good. What's going on?
The guy with the police billy coat identified himself as a cop, pushed the Irish up against the wall. But then a squad car pulled up, and the drag queens ran off along with the fake cop.
With their high heels like clanking around.
Yeah.
Through the
So
cobblestone.
wait, they scattered like cockroaches when they
Yeah.
were cops. Were like,
It's a cop. Run, girls, run!
Mickey and his pal declined to give a statement. But then on September 30th, 1970, Mickey and 2 friends walked into, and I'm being completely serious, the Leprechaun Bar, where he found the not a real cop working as the bouncer.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So
you need a refresher?
Yeah, start from the very fucking beginning. I paid attention to that part. You said the guy's name is Mickey. Then what happened? I didn't go to college. I can't fucking keep up with this shit.
A young Irish couple
Boring!
fighting 3 drag queens.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're starting on board.
Okay. Young Irish. I'm just visualizing
Young Irish couple.
a beautiful young
Pale,
Irish, pale,
freckly.
pink nipples. You can see the blue veins going through them.
Exactly.
The guy's got kind of red hair. He's
Yep.
got strong Irish hands.
Yes.
And a green tuxedo.
And then in come 3 drag queens.
In comes 3 drag queens. This is
A fight breaks out, as apparently was common in Hell's Kitchen at the time, was Irish/drag queen fights.
Okay.
That's a historical fact you know now. So,
What was the fight over? Their Lucky Charms?
got him, dude.
Hashtag roast culture.
Mickey jumps in to back up the Irish.
Yeah.
Terry Crews jumps in
What?
and says he's a cop.
Okay.
And then
But he's not really a cop.
But he's not really a cop.
So he's just like bragging about being a cop just to kind of get.
It might have been a shakedown. Might have been like trying to rob them or something. Who knows?
Oh, okay, okay.
It was a thing.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
he's just jumping in.
You know,
or
what are
he's
you-
just-
what
or
are you
he's a
doing this
part-time
for?
Drag queen, and it's Irish versus drag queens all the way. You don't know.
Go on with your story, dude.
That's what I'm gonna
Fucking
do.
know what you're talking
I did not have drag queens in my bracket this year. I'll tell you that.
So, the not a real cop was the
Take a
bouncer
deep
at the
breath, my
Leprechaun
love.
Bar. You're touching me very at the kind of hot, actually. I feel good. Mickey and his pals didn't want trouble. They both had run-ins with the law, and Mickey already had 2 homicides, too many assaults to count, and a gun charge in just 18 months. Not to mention his current escape from a mental institution. So he settled for glaring at the bouncer named Milton. One of Milton's
about. You
friends.
stopped right there for a second.
That guy sounds suspect.
Yeah.
A guy named Milton working at the Leprechaun Bar.
You're not allowed in here. Shalom.
Wait,
Milton, right?
what's wrong with your accent?
Yeah. My name's Milton. What's wrong with Milton's accent?
Yes.
They let me in this area, you know. I bring the locks and the bagels.
Okay, you're okay in my book.
Okay.
One of Milton's friends drunkenly lumbered over to Mickey's table.
Is Milton an old Jewish guy, or did I just...
No, Milton is Terry Crews.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Terry Crews could talk on that. He's a great
Sometimes
actor.
it gets lost in things. One of Milton's friends drunkenly lumbered over to Mickey's table. Linwood Willis was 6'1" and 190 pounds of angry white Southerner.
Right? Alt-right Southerner.
Why are you looking at me? He asked. When he got no response, Willis demanded, "Buy me a drink or I'll cut all 3 of you." Mickey looked at me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're reading it. I'm just looking at Jeremiah and I are like just watching you and we're like, can you read that again for us, please?
Mickey looked at Milton, who was laughing his ass off. He then looked at his small Irish friends. Willis and Milton had around 450 pounds between the 2 of them. It would not be a fair fight.
They beat the shit out of Mickey.
So at 3 a.m., he left the bar to find help. Eventually, he found it in the back booth of Sonny's Cafe. There sat Jimmy Coonan, an up-and-coming Irish mobster out on parole for an assault charge. The two only knew each other casually, but they were...
I'm sensing something from the Jeremiah corner.
No,
Question in the back,
I
sir.
just think up and coming mobster is a funny term. Like he got,
Oh, yeah,
he
dude.
got on like.
Randy
like
West.
he got on a list in LA Weekly that was like upcoming mobsters to look out for.
I'm one of the fastest young rising mobsters today.
I was thinking of Randy West up and
Oh,
comers.
fire inside of it.
Of mobsters, though? Can you
This
imagine?
guy's got a strong left hook
Just like a
and whip
mobster.
for days.
A mobster like on a bed, like in a motel. Like, is this your first film? Am I the only Randy West fan here? Jesus Christ! Come on, guys. Indiana James' first movie.
Jimmy and Mickey only knew each other casually, but they were neighborhood boys. So when Mickey asked to talk in private, Jimmy didn't hesitate. He also didn't hesitate when Mickey said he needed a gun. No questions asked. So he pulled his own .25 caliber pistol from his belt and handed it over. Having no clue what Mickey was up to, Jimmy offered to help. Mickey politely turned him down. But as he headed back to the Leprechaun, Jimmy's stand-up offer burned into his brain. So just file away Jimmy Coonan for a minute. So I tell you guys all.
File away Jimmy
He's
Coonan
he's
for a
coming
minute?
Back.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let you know. He'll be back.
Just file him away, guys. Is everyone
no.
caught up? Is it just me? That's
Irish people are
there's like-
killing people.
there's like 25
That's basically
people-
the whole they drink in the story.
Okay.
All right.
There's like 25 people here. They're all in a group. Someone has a gun. Mickey's trying to get a crew together to go back to the bar at 3 in the morning. So obviously this isn't in California, right?
It's in New York.
Yeah, I knew that. And then...
No, you didn't.
Okay, yeah, Hell's Kitchen, dude. There's no Hell's Kitchen here.
You
Is
been
there?
downtown?
Oh. Is there a Hell's Kitchen?
We slowly realized that Rich is just starting to read all of the seasons of Lost. How deep is this? This just keeps... There's a smoke monster?
What's the
in-
smoke?
In Ireland? What is happening?
A lot of trees, a lot of tropical weather and confusion.
As soon as Mickey returned, Linwood began insulting him in front of the entire bar.
But this time, like, Mickey's like, yeah, keeps talking, motherfucker.
Then declared he would be waiting for Mickey outside. Mickey followed. Willis pushed him. Then Mickey drew the gun from his coat and put 2 slugs in Linwood's heart.
He killed him?
No, he put 2 insects on his heart. And was like, go with God.
They're leaving a fucking trail, bro! They're leaving a fucking trail! Get them off me! Ah! Right? If you put 2, right? Snail trails? Am I right?
Someone give me some salt!
Slaton, that's so cruel.
Thanks, man.
Oh.
Thanks,
Look
man.
at people going, oh.
Fuck snails, bro, right?
Escargot, man, escargot.
Cops found Mickey minutes later, dazedly wandering the streets with the gun still in his hand.
Hey, you got any money? It worked last time.
It was right back to the mental hospital for Mickey Featherstone.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Facing his 3rd indictment for homicide in under 2 years, his prospects were grim.
Did he have like a punch card when he went there? Like, the 10th time is free. Welcome back to the hospital, sir.
But luckily for Mickey,
But luckily.
yep. That's the criminal, Sarah.
You like backed off, you know, but luckily.
I'm with you.
It's always good to be but luckily, fellas.
Fishing, bro.
And that's the same guy that didn't recognize Rich, just to remind everybody.
It's an audio medium.
Have you ever joined Al Qaeda? Like over the internet, at least. Twice. He's keeping the beard. He's keeping the beard.
Luckily for Mickey, he had a great lawyer. 31-year-old Larry Hochheiser was a former DA turned criminal defense attorney who owed a retired New York City cop who had been very good at finding key witnesses.
Wait, so he's a defense... Oh, okay.
I'm going to clarify because I realized it's a run-on sentence for like 17,000 words.
Okay.
Larry Hochheiser is a former DA.
Definitely Jewish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Okay. Curly hair?
Your hair, exactly.
Okay.
It's really weird that it worked in the 60s,
Okay.
70s. So Larry was a former DA turned criminal defense attorney, but he owed favors to a New York City cop who was good at finding witnesses for his prosecution. The witnesses also happened to always be old Italian ladies who just happened to be by their window when the crime went down. So,
Meatball. The bullets is gonna fly. Would you like a song? Old Italian ladies, right?
Mickey
best.
was one of...
Maybe I
was just minding my own business.
did not see your face. I put a Y wine in the sauce. Their tits are like down here and shit. You go to hug them and you're like, I think her boobs touched my balls. You ever smelled like an old Italian lady in New York? I have. You give them a hug and I've been in New York. They have plastic all over their furniture. Great people. You can't stain anything with the plastic.
Mickey was one of the favorites. Larry listened to Mickey's story and his claims of self-defense. But he told his new client the only way he thought they could possibly win was with the insanity plea.
Which has already been used. It's been invented years ago.
Yeah, we're far beyond
We did it in an old
that.
episode.
We did episodes about it.
Was it in the 1800s?
Yeah, there was the story of the guy, of Francis Scott Key's son who got shot by that other dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot all the names, but I researched it once.
There was a time when like the insanity plea was just invented. Like lawyers like, why don't
It
we
wasn't
just,
always there.
Why don't we just like
Used to
claim
be
that he
you
was
just
just
kill
insane? And then they bought it. The judges were like, all right, yeah, he's crazy. All right, well let him go. And then they still use it, which is just crazy. That's insane.
What the lawyer didn't tell Mickey.
Insanity, please.
Right?
What the lawyer didn't tell Mickey was that the state had a psychiatrist ready to testify that Mickey was sane, and that the insanity defense hadn't worked in a New York murder case in over 15 years.
That's a really small bottle of wine.
Do we sell that here?
Yeah. That's
Congrats.
cute. That's a very cute bottle. It's a baby bottle. Can I?
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Settle this.
I just saw a tiny bottle of wine and...
Sure.
You see a small bottle of wine, you fucking call it, folks.
Guys, it's his thing. I didn't know if we told you that before.
Go on with your
Shouldn't
story.
have
Why
said
did you
that.
stop, Slaton?
Luckily for Larry,
The comedy store is trying to make extra bucks, and every time they fly Southwest, they just grab the alcohol from that. And sell it.
You're like, would you like a little Tabasco bottle and some Taco Bell sauce too, ma'am? How about some crackers?
luckily for Larry,
Luckily for Larry, this summer on NBC.
the lawyer in the last successful insanity defense
Dude, I heard that show's gonna last for 30 seasons.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's about a man and a woman, and they live together in a house, and it's just very funny. You've got to check it out. They have a black person on the stage now. It's very cool.
Every other season.
Every other season. They can't have them all the time. A lot of rules in this town.
Luckily for Larry.
the lawyer
This season! Oh, sorry, Slaton. So sorry, Slaton. I didn't want to cut you off there. Seriously, for Slaton! Okay. Go on with your story, dude. The people are fucking waiting, man.
Zig and zag a little bit here. Dip his
Welcome to Getting Serious with Slaton. We don't like to joke around, we like to get straight to the facts. We like to tell stories with no punchlines, okay? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the story and silence these fools next to me.
More of a lecturer, really, Slaton.
Serious with Slaton.
Yeah, fair.
Only
fuck.
on PBS.
This guy's got to take it. Oh, Kevin's got to poop, dude. Fuck yeah! Kevin's got to poop.
Don't worry, we clean them once a month or so, so it'll be fine.
What if he-
Kevin's got the poop.
What if he's going to throw up right now? He's like, dude, you hear that guy's dick got all sliced up?
It took me a while to really feel it, but now I really feel it.
The Dumb and Dumber?
I'm a delayed puber. The lawyer
I'm sorry, dude. He's a human being. He deserves respect.
An insanity plea had not worked in over 15 years. But luckily, the lawyer in that very case was Larry's boss.
You're killing me, Larry! Right? If he was a lawyer instead of, was he a mattress salesman?
Jack,
No, you're literally killing me! I'm going to the chair!
Larry's boss, Jack, was a smooth-talking womanizer with the weird habit of calling everyone booby.
That works for smooth talking?
He fucked, that's all I know.
I can,
With only days before trial, Larry stopped by his boss's office and waited patiently as Jack flirted on the phone.
Yo, how long till Booby's here?
After minutes of pillow talk, Larry cleared his throat. Jack looked up annoyed and asked, "What is it, booby?" Larry asked him how to cross-examine a psychiatrist. Jack asked his girl to hold, then covered the mouthpiece and said, "All right, booby, so you want to know how to cross-examine a psychiatrist? Okay, this is it. Listen carefully. Don't ask him nothing about psychiatry. Larry waited for more, but Jack simply said, "That's it, good night, booby," and went back to Florida.
Good Night Booby.
Good night, booby.
The new Showtime
That's a
show.
weird children's book.
Good Night Booby is going to be amazing.
Good night, booby.
It's starring Elijah Wood. And what he talks to a breast that actually lives in his apartment. It's phenomenal. Good
The
Night
trial
Booby.
started in October of 72.
You're going to love it.
Riveting.
It's riveting.
Yes.
The trial
The
started.
boob was actually CGI. It wasn't actually on set with him, which took extra acting skills.
But, Jeremiah, do you remember who played the booby on set? Like the Gollum guy? that played the-
It was Dustin Hoffman
Dustin. He's very experimental in his old age.
as Hook. I'm just a boob.
Who's Daniel Day-Lewis? I am a booby man. I drink your milk. Literally.
Dude, we got a snorter in the front row,
I
dude.
fucking love snorters. I
Dude,
snort too.
I love snorters. Snorts are the queefs of laughs,
You
dude.
snort? Yeah. Yeah.
I swear this doesn't always happen to me. I just let it go.
My face hurts. Okay.
Get back to work, Slaton.
The trial started in October of 72, 2 years after the murder. During the cross-examination of the state psychiatrist, Larry followed his boss's advice and didn't ask him nothing about psychiatry. Instead, focusing on the man's degrees, business, and research. Thinking his qualifications were under attack, the psychiatrist totally lost his shit on the stand. His testimony was useless. Mickey was convicted for possession of an unregistered weapon, but found not guilty of murder by reason of mental defect.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Jack commented on Larry's cross-examination, "You left him for dead, booby." He seems like a fake person,
Well,
right?
I know you so well, so I just saw you so excited to say, "You left him for dead, booby."
I don't get many roles, man. This is my whole acting resume.
Just
This
imagine
show.
staring at a tit saying that. You left him for dead, booby.
Booby, I can't hide my feelings for you anymore. Oh, Booby. It happened so much quicker than I thought it would.
Is that how you make love to your wife? That before you got mail?
Yeah, before.
If you go home tonight and that's the sex you have from this show, you're like, "Can I just try a few things?" I learned a lot on crime tonight, baby. Can I just try a few things?
Mickey was sent to one of our favorite places, Mattawan State Hospital for the Criminally Insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
It took us that long to get there.
The happiest place ever.
I committed all these murders right now. I pleaded insanity. I'm scot-free. Oh, boy.
Of course, Mickey, you sure murder a lot of people.
Oh. Gun control is bad. I'm a member of the NRA.
We're not a political podcast, though. Make your own decisions.
3 years later, Larry plea bargained the remaining charges and Mickey was released on probation.
If you're not out on 3 years, your life is free! You're releasing me, Larry! Okay. That's all I got.
But now that he was a Hell's Kitchen legend, people thought they could build their reputations by kicking Mickey's ass. Once, some guy at a bar with his very large girlfriend.
Yeah,
Decided
big
to-
girls!
That's your type.
Yeah. What? No, I just...
You talk about it often.
Well, curvy, tall women that you have to climb with, the Everest gear. Yeah, but the way you said that, my wife's gonna listen and be like, "What? Am I big? What the hell, man?"
Dude, that's what your
Thanks,
wife
man.
sounds
Now
like.
you're hitting on my fucking wife.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Yeah, that is how.
Your
Yeah,
wife is Foghorn Leghorn's cousin.
her brother's here tonight. He can vouch for it. Yeah.
I say, Jonathan Shefsky, please come fuck.
She's like, "Whoa, I do say, bring that Jew cock home soon, boy." She talks like the chicken in the old Warner Brothers movie. You want me to ride this way or that way, boy? Let me ride your cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
All right, so some guy in a bar with his large girlfriend
Some guy in a bar with his large girlfriend.
decided to pick a fight with Mickey, bragging that he
Yo,
was
so
a
this fat bitch is with it, right? Like, seriously, this girl like
it's
you,
a critical
man.
part of the story. I was trying to say it in a nice way.
Why? Is it an eating contest? She beats him at Slaton? Huh? We love women on this podcast, Slaton.
Yeah!
No!
We've got so many fucking hashtags, and you go and say that kind of shit.
Mickey.
Why is it important, huh? It's like when you go like, she cheated on me with a black dude. You're like, why'd you tell me that he was black?
For fuck's sake.
She's a big girl.
She's a big girl. Okay.
The guy bragged he was an expert in karate.
Yo, so this girl had diabetes, right?
Her LDL was good, but the rest was fucked.
Yo, we talking LBs for days.
You know what I'm saying?
We're getting hecklers saying finish the story now.
You know what? I'm actually interested in this. I'm the only maybe bookworm in this crowd. Well, could you finish up with your little dick and fat jokes, and can we get back to the story?
Thanks, pal. The guy with the girlfriend bragged he was expert in karate.
When are you ashamed that she's big? Now you won't fucking say it? Is that something to be ashamed of? She has a few carbs and you have to fucking hide it? Be real about who she is. She should be proud.
Mickey, drink in hand, punched the man in the face, knocked him down, and trapped him under a bar stool.
But then the girlfriends took a bite of Mickey.
Then he made the girlfriend sit on top of the stool while she finished her drink.
Wait.
That was the whole point of bringing up the size situation. Was that they used her as an anvil to trap her shithead karate boyfriend on the bottom of the Irish bar.
And Mickey's like down there like jacking off like, yeah, press down harder on the stool.
I mean, he jacks off like this because his dick is so weird. But
Oh yeah, he's like very sensitive now. Tommy, bring me the flashlight from behind the counter.
In December of '75, Mickey met a girl.
Mickey met a girl.
Sissy Nell was a Sissy Nell was a 19-year-old recovering
Sissy Nell?
Sissy Nell.
You sure that wasn't a dude he met in prison? Sissy Nell?
Sissy Nell. That's
Yes,
the name.
Sissy Nell!
It's out loud.
All right.
Was a 19-year-old recovering heroin addict,
Probably hot, right?
an aunt of Tommy Houlihan Jr., who, if you watch trashy television, is known for his 2009 appearance on the VH1 reality show Tool Academy.
You guys all know of him,
You
right?
watch Tool Academy?
You live under a rock? Tool Academy.
Yeah, it had 3 seasons in 1 year, and it's exactly what it sounds like. So, They married the following year.
Like a mechanic show? Or?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Sponsored by Snap-on.
In 76, Mickey opened an after-hours club with Jimmy Coonan's brother, and it quickly became an Irish mob hangout.
He came back.
He's coming. Later that year, Jimmy's bodyguard was murdered, shot in the head in a bar in front of a dozen witnesses. It was just one in a string of recent professional hits on Irish mobsters. Jimmy wasn't sure, but he suspected that one of the Italian families was slowly moving on Hell's Kitchen, and Mickey Spillane, head of the Irish outfit in the town. He needed someone tough to watch his back. When he asked Mickey Featherstone, our boy couldn't say no because he owed Jimmy for the gun.
All right, catch me up on everything almost from the beginning. I got the first page.
There's a guy named Mickey Spillane who is the head of the Irish mob in Hell's Kitchen.
That's our boy, Mickey.
No, ours Mickey Featherstone.
Oh, we have multiple Mickeys?
Yeah, I know. This,
Oh, is anybody else look confused?
This guy's be gone soon. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Shh. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm good.
So there's a
Fine.
guy, head of the Irish mob, Spillane.
Spillane, thank you for calling
Jimmy
my...
Coonan is a fast rising star in Irish mobbery.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Up
right?
and coming.
Yeah, up and coming.
Up and comer, Randy West.
A bunch of Irish have been getting murdered,
Bunch of Irish have been
and
getting
he
murdered.
thinks the Italians are coming in to take over Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
We're all caught up, and now his bodyguard got murdered, so he's asked Featherstone, our boy, to be his new number 2.
Okay.
Jimmy and Mickey. That's
Okay.
the tag team.
But there's multiple Mickeys now. That the main
Not for
Mickey...
long. I'm the spoiler alert, not for long.
Okay.
So, it didn't take long for the pair to become the most feared gangsters in Hell's Kitchen. One by one, members of Spillane's outfit jumped ship to join Jimmy. They were smart, as Jimmy just didn't commit violence, he appeared to have a taste for it. He often dismembered his murder victims
Oh, why?
to make it easier to dispose of the bodies.
Oh, okay. If it's for practical sense, then I'm like, okay. But I just thought he was being an asshole. You
There's
know?
a reason.
Yeah. I'm just, Some people get a boner when they chop up bodies, and I'm like, that's gross. You needed to.
Jimmy took special joy in removing the genitals.
Oh, so this guy is a fucking dick. He's an asshole.
While taking care of one body,
Is he the same guy who circumcised him?
he held up the severed
Is that the
penis.
callback? Remember me from Vietnam? Slice, 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 slice. Still at it. Same knife. Never wash it. Right? Wouldn't that be like the icing on the cake? You'd be like, did you at least wash the knife? Fuck no.
It keeps the flavor that
That's
way.
right. Oh, and he's all eating.
Cast irons?
He's all eating. He's like cutting it up with a scalpel. He's cutting like his steak. He's like, would like a bite? Oh, I'm good. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
fine.
Thank you. I'll just get my own. Thank you.
Once, while taking care of a body, Jimmy held up the severed penis and said with all seriousness, quote,
Who wants a hot dog? Is that what he said?
yeah, see, this is something you gotta get rid of because it could be identified by his girlfriend.
Oh, this guy's just lying, dude. He's just like trying to make excuses.
He also once, when they killed somebody, he cut off his entire package and put it into a milk carton, and then someone like almost accidentally drank it, and so they put it in a jar and took it to the bar and slept on the counter of the bar as a warning.
This guy on the dark web now.
It sounds like a guy that's so homophobic that he's like, hey, if they don't got penises after I kill them, it's not gay, right?
There's nothing gay about murdering a man.
They don't got no penis, how would it be gay?
Overnight, Mickey went from pitied to respected. He had money, power, a wife, other women, plus all the booze he could handle, which was now even more with the help of cocaine.
This is our Mickey now.
This is
We're
our
back to
Mickey.
our Mickey.
Our Mickey.
Now he's got respect.
Yep. But Jimmy wanted more. Then, on May 13th, 1977, someone put 5 bullets in Mickey Spillane. The hit was a gift from the Gambinos to Jimmy.
The Italians to the Irish.
An official show of friendship towards the new boss of Hell's Kitchen.
Wait. So the Italian mafia
Killed the
leader of the Irish mafia to say to the lower hierarchy guy in the Irish mafia, like, hey, we just hooked you up with the
They
fucking
saw that
manager
things
position.
were shifting, and they were like, let's make this guy happy, and yeah, promote him to assistant manager.
That's sweet, like a sweet gesture from mobsters. That's fucking nice.
A year...
Good dudes.
Yeah, right? You know?
What did you get me?
A deep dish pizza. A deep dish
Give me,
pizza.
buddy.
I might have.
Oh, you know me so well.
It's still warm.
A year
Welcome
later,
to the club. We killed your fucking manager.
do I get benefits now at least?
Wait, are you asking as the Irish guy? You'd be like, no, I get benefits now at least.
I've been working with the Irish. It's not. You know what?
I've never been working. Don't worry about doing a good Irish accent. Just fake it till you make it.
It's all I think about most of the time. The hit. Oh yeah, that was a gift. A year later, Jimmy and Mickey had dinner at the table with the heads of the Gambino and Genovese crime families. They were in. Jimmy was ecstatic.
Oh, so he's like down. He's like,
Jimmy is fucking. He wants up. Mickey, on the other hand, was not. He hated the Italians with their nice suits, pinky rings, and slick back hair.
what? Did you see Goodfellas? That's
his
cool.
racism, not mine. All right.
I know, like half of the Italian audience members are like, you don't fucking like this fucking long ass collars.
What are you talking about? You don't like it? Huh?
Yeah. You fucking intimidated by my fucking meat? Huh? You don't like shoes with little tips on them? Huh? You don't like Mustangs?
You don't like looking like an elf?
You know what I mean?
5 days ago?
You don't like how I memorized all Joe Pesci's lines? A lot of Italians memorize his lines.
He hated owing the
Boy, you're
Italians.
not a part of the Wet Bandits, huh?
Wet band.
No, now it's the sticky magnets, Marv.
Oh, man.
That's good.
You
What
never
are you
stepped on a
talking about?
fucking nail while going up a fucking staircase, huh?
What are you doing? What are you doing with all the water in the,
You never been hit in the head with an iron?
Hey, Marv! Marv!
You never been tarred and feathered in a fucking suburban home in Chicago, huh? Fuck! He said, hey, Mom.
You never replaced the third movie by guys who are worth way less money?
That did happen. That did happen.
Fine, I'm just trying to support the guys, but whatever.
You're doing great.
He hated owing the Italians 10% of their take. He thought they were fakes, calling them Al Colognes, and wish I was.
It's kind of a weak riff, huh? Like for a guy that's murdered people? You Al Colognes? Got him, right, guys? High fives, Irish.
Yeah, being that to help you murder, I got a class at UCB in an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, and I'm an Italian mouse.
And he called them wish I was guys instead of wise guys.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
That's a little bit more insulting, right?
Jimmy was starting to get too chummy with the Italians. He even started to dress like them.
Did Jimmy end up eating the world?
Add on the fact that he now
Hey now, you're a mob star. Get your game on. Hey, I know it's not the same band, but it's all Disney shit.
Add on the fact that Jimmy now lived in a mansion in Jersey.
Take some time, a little bit.
Wait, was that the same song?
Jimmy now lived in a mansion in Jersey.
Don't fuck yourself off, yeah. It's only headed in the field of ground. You look down low. Just try your best. Do everything you can.
Were you almost clapping the rhythm and just lost it? Or will you clap for us, please? We need someone to help him out. I lost it. There we go. Jimmy lived in a mansion in Jersey while Mickey was stuck in his apartment in Hell's Kitchen. Things were starting to get tense. With a new baby and a cocaine habit, Mickey needed cash.
Am I right? Who's got kids, right? You know what I
We need the blow to stay up for the kids. It's the 2 a.m. feedings. Mickey needed
mean? The kid
cash.
throws your blow in the trash when you're not looking, but you're proud of him because he knows how to throw things in the trash himself. I don't do blow.
Oh, he got his first line.
So
He's been up all night, that baby.
the baby won't stop telling me about business ideas.
Yeah, I was just
It's
gonna
so
say,
ridiculous.
my 2-year-old's got so many ideas for internet businesses. It's amazing. He's brilliant. He's very confident.
He has the most beautiful pupils I've ever seen.
So Mickey moved into a new venture, counterfeiting.
Fuck yeah, that's when
But
shit
there
gets
was a
dope.
slight problem because Mickey wasn't very good at it. In September of '78, he used his fake bills at a massage parlor.
Who doesn't do that, right? You don't want to pay with real cash. They don't know the difference. Oh, yeah! Let's make John not able to concentrate more. Thank you, whoever did this.
When the woman tried to deposit the bills at the bank, it brought in the feds.
Ma'am, these are just Polaroids of money. No, I swear, it's as good as God for spending.
It's all fiat constant. Fiat fucking currency.
February of 79, agents raided Mickey's apartment. They found the counterfeits, plus 2 bayonets, a machete, a 30-06 rifle shell, 2 blank New York State driver's licenses, a fully loaded Beretta, and an honorary Westchester County detective shield.
Did he take one of those dope Instagram pictures where he had it like all laid out, like perfect right here and straight down on it?
Yes. Soon the entire operation was under indictment, including Mickey and Jimmy. Between the counterfeiting, parole violations, and 2 murder charges, Mickey was looking at a minimum of 50 years, but probably more like 200. It was time once again to call Larry Hochheiser.
Did you want me to? No, I can't do that.
Larry convinced Mickey and Jimmy to take plea deals on lesser charges so he could focus on the murder raps. That would be more difficult, as the Beretta in Mickey's apartment matched ballistics from the scene of the crime. Also, the same murder happened to have multiple witnesses. But yet again, Mickey had the luck of the Irish.
Look at the Irish. And I want a dopey-doo, a bar of soap. Right?
Irish Spring.
That's right. Is that like Arab Spring?
Arab Spring? Okay, I used this soap and it made me smell worse.
Yeah. Bro, you smell like a Lebanese street cut. What are you using?
Arab Spring.
Oh, it's great, man. Is there an In-N-Out with grilled onions? Oh.
Guys, ISIS is listening to the podcast. You're all fine. Stop me.
Oh, they listen to this? Fuck you! Leave those ladies' clits alone! You fucking dicks!
Don't give them 20% less sensation.
That's right! That's right! No, for women it's like 100%. And take those fucking weird things you make them wear off, right? Let them see the world. Let them listen to crime. You know how many more listeners we'd have if we get all those chicks in Afghanistan to listen to us?
Mickey had the luck of the Irish. First, one of the witnesses decided he'd rather be dead.
We send care packages from the U.S. over, but it's just crime buttons and headphones and iPods.
But what if they throw them at the terrorists and somehow defeat them? Like if you threw enough crime stickers at the floor when ISIS goes on those weird like those, you know, when they go on those like those tank things where they're like going through the neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
And they just threw like a bunch of crime stickers down and like the tank slipped off one of those Afghani hills and then they're like, yeah, we beat them, thank you America! And then like we're like, we did it. We used our abstract thinking to like free a bunch of people. Oh man. Great podcast.
First,
5-star review. My daughter will listen to it when she is allowed.
This next sponsor is brought to you by ISIS. We didn't mean to offend anybody in ISIS.
Slaton's like, it's another culture. We need to respect them.
First, one of the witnesses decided he would rather be dead than testify against the Westies and put a bullet in his own head.
He killed himself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, huh. He told them too that he was gonna. Why'd you laugh at me, Jeremiah?
Because he says the most literal things, and you're like, wait, does this mean this? So then he slit his throat in cold murder.
But did he die? I need to make sure. I need official words so I can like. I'm doing this for you guys. I want them to know what's going on.
There's one guy with a learning disability in the back. He's like, thanks, dude.
Yeah. That's who I perform for.
Solidarity, bro. Appreciate it.
Hashtag handicap comedy, bro. Right?
Candy comedy.
Go on with your story. Go on with your story.
The other witness refused to testify. That's when Larry the lawyer began to work his magic.
Larry the lawyer.
When the victim's wife came to court with a crying baby, he called for a mistrial over the disruption.
Your Honor, the little shit won't shut the fuck up.
It was denied. So the next day...
Denied! You let me do the gavel.
So the next day, Sissy Featherstone showed up with her crying baby. The New York Post called it the Battle of the Babies.
Whoa-oh. Uh-oh. Huh? You think Simon Cowell would judge that? This summer on... What channel was that on? Fox. Battle of the Baby. Actually, Moses will probably do that.
That
That'd be
was
great.
the most pathetic baby I've ever seen. I've seen better babies cry like that when I've been beating them.
What would
Yo, dog, I think your baby kind of sucks, dog.
What would Paula say, Jeremiah?
Oh, it's just so beautiful.
Over the 3-week trial, Larry harassed the prosecution with 65 motions for a mistrial. The press ate it up, as this was the first real look inside the Irish organized crime in decades. They ran tons of stories about, quote, a loose confederation of West Side gangsters known as the Westies.
Are they as big as the Irish Mafia or the Irish mobsters? Are they as big as the Italian? Like, is it a big group with hundreds of thousands of people?
They're growing now. They're getting hot.
Now, right now, or in the story?
No, now in the story.
Oh, it's like, oh, should we be careful?
Now in the story. No, we're good now.
They're at the show.
Well,
You know what I mean? Potato guns. They lift up their shirts. They have potato guns. He's packing.
while Jimmy and Mickey tried to distance themselves from the nickname, it began to appear all over New York on bumper stickers that read, I heart Westies.
So people are picking sides.
People like them.
They're stoked. Why do they
There's
like
finally
them?
someone to stop the Italians. That's what they're into.
Oh, but it's another mobsters.
I mean,
It's
who
another
cares?
group. You just want to end the first one.
Yeah, the best way to beat the Russians in the Middle East is to arm the Taliban.
Are the
As we've
Russians
all
part
learned.
of this story, or are you trying to confuse me more?
No, they're not part of the story at all. Back to the story, Rich.
So what happened to the Russians?
They're not in the story at all.
Okay.
Finally, the trial came to a close. After 6 hours of deliberation, the jury found Mickey and Jimmy not guilty
Wow.
of murder. Mickey and Jimmy would only serve 6 and 4 years respectively on lesser charges. Still, the cops and prosecutors and feds thought it was a victory. They didn't put the men away for life. But with the top 2 men in prison, the Westies were done. Or so they thought.
Doesn't the Westie sound like an award show?
It's just people who live in Santa Monica getting awards for never leaving.
And the award for best parallel parking goes to. I can't believe I worked so hard for this. Getting a Westie is a dream come true.
He's a He got so many awards.
With Jimmy inside, everyone just kept making their payments to his wife. The early 80s saw the Westies rise to new heights, in large part due to the growing drug trade. As the gang's profile soared, so did the murder rate. In February of 82, Jimmy's old bar made headlines when one of his boys hopped up on whiskey and heroin, became enraged when the bartender, also a Westie, slapped his girlfriend. The man responded,
Right? Oh, naughty.
The man responded by pistol whipping his friend, pulling down the man's pants,
Whoa, more cock stuff.
shoving the barrel of his gun up his ass,
Like how far in? Like past the first sight?
yeah,
That's
and pulling the trigger.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Can we get a group over?
By the time the cops arrived, the man was dead and the bar was empty.
Can you imagine? how
But
bad-
was he dead?
I just like to be like for sure and confirm, bro.
At the same time, Mickey was actually enjoying the federal system, which surprised him with its focus on actual rehabilitation.
I'm really enjoying the federal system.
He was a model prisoner working hard in group therapy and keeping his room immaculate. He was released in July of 84, 2 years earlier. When he got home, he was furious to discover that his wife and child had been surviving on a mere $150 a week from Mrs. Coonan rather than their fair cut.
But this was like in the 70s, right?
This is 83 now.
83. What's $150 a week at that time, Slaton?
Like $200.
Is it really like $200?
Maybe like $220.
That's pretty good. It's like $8 a month, right?
Yeah, it's not bad, I guess. To get by on in New York City, that seems like a fair thing to get by on in Manhattan.
Yeah, you hit the open mic circuit up at night and just like, you know.
Mickey was done with the Westies. He told them he was out and took a job bartending. He and Sissy wanted to move to get their now 2 kids out of Hell's Kitchen and into the suburbs. They found a house in Jersey for $90,000 with only $5,000 for the down payment.
Nice.
But they didn't have the money. So Mickey went to see Mrs. Coonan. Jimmy was still inside, but he had promised Mickey $50,000 when he got out. But when he asked for his money, he was denied. 2 weeks later, Mrs. Coonan approached Mickey with a counteroffer. Do 3 more hits for Jimmy, and the money was his. Mickey already had dozens, possibly hundreds of bodies. What was 3 more?
He's got no money to show for all this?
Not right now.
Like, everything's gone right now?
No, he's kind of like had this misconstrued idea of loyalty to Jimmy and let Jimmy rock all over him. That's kind of been a thing. Yeah, it's not.
Who would have thought that murderers aren't good with money?
Or honest business people, right? It's like,
Yeah.
fucking pay off.
He's just doing rails like, where's all my money going? I have no idea. I thought I had a 401k.
K for killer.
K for kilo.
This time, Mickey said yes, but this time he wasn't working for friendship or loyalty. This was all business. Soon he was pulling down $4,000 a week, way more than he'd ever done before. He bought the house in Jersey and moved his family out of the neighborhood. They had a 3rd kid in '84, but he still wasn't happy.
He's like, fuck, I just missed killing. This is fucking boring.
But
it
what
Papa
happened
John's?
to the fat chick on the stool?
Jeremiah, she's still sitting
I
there.
want to know.
She's still sitting there.
She's still sitting there.
Can I get off the stool now?
The moment Jimmy got out, he cozied right back up with the Italians. Mickey had enough. He started planning his final job, to kill Jimmy Coonan. But before he could pull it off, Jimmy struck first.
He killed him?
Mickey was arrested for a murder that he didn't commit. It was a perfect frame job with multiple witnesses and a pile of faked evidence. Larry the lawyer tried once again to work his magic, but this time he could not pull a rabbit out of a hat. On May 29, 1986, Mickey Featherstone was found guilty and sentenced to 25 years. But Mickey would not go down that easy.
Can I borrow some money? I'll ask you again. I've asked for 25 years. Can I borrow just a few bucks?
After his conviction,
Are you aware of these charges? I did maybe $7 would be cool. You have $7. I'll do it for $6. You want me to dance? I'll sing for you.
We've got you this time, Mickey.
I'll make something for you in Photoshop. $5. Just give me the cash.
after his conviction, Mickey cut a deal. Over the next month, he and Sissy recorded hours of conversation with members of the Westies.
And released it as a podcast. Genius!
Enough to prove Mickey's innocence and implicate his former friends, including Jimmy Coonan, for a laundry list of crimes.
Oh, so he narked on everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very classic.
The tapes, along with 4 weeks of Mickey's testimony in open court, provided information on over 30 unsolved murders and hundreds of beatings, stabbings, assaults, and one very odd crime. At the time, the Westies owned the Comic Strip, the oldest comedy club in New York City.
Well, this is gonna hit close to home now, isn't it? Because we're in a comedy club.
When word got round that an outsider was dealing coke at the club, 2 of the Westies grabbed him at knife point,
And said, give me some cocaine before I go on stage.
handcuffed him, and threw him in the back of their car. They gave him the usual warnings, then unzipped their pants and masturbated all over him.
Which is how you teach people lessons. Am I right, Louis C.K.? Huh? You gotta come on people or they don't get it. Right? Everyone's all quiet. Hashtags, man. Hashtags, bro. Hashtags, bro.
On March 26, 1986, the then U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Rudolph Giuliani,
Oh, great guy. Am I right? You ever read the papers? The guy's wonderful.
announced
Rudolph the Giuliani.
Rudy announced a massive 10-person RICO indictment on 14 counts covering every crime in the book.
Puerto Rico indictment, you say?
On February 24th, 1988, the jury returned a verdict of guilty on all charges. Jimmy Coonan was sentenced to 75 years without the possibility of parole. In exchange for his help,
That's the rest of his life, guys, so maybe an ooh would have fucking done that. You know what I mean?
Mickey Featherstone's false murder conviction was thrown out. As part of his agreement, he pled guilty to 14 various racketeering charges and was given 5 years probation. In December,
That's it for all of it?
Mhm.
His whole life of being
His
a
whole
piece of
life.
shit asshole?
And what gets even better,
But wait, next Daredevil comes in. In Hell's Kitchen, solve all of this.
In December of '88, Mickey walked out of prison and into witness protection. He and Sissy quietly raised their 4 kids far away from Hell's Kitchen, which has since become heavily gentrified. Realtors now would call it Clinton.
What do you mean? Hell's Kitchen is now called Clinton?
For realtors, yeah.
Why do they call it that? I don't get it.
You want to buy this $1 million condo in Hell's Kitchen?
Yes.
All right, that's fine. And that's all we know about Mickey Featherstone. Holy shit!
Oh my God.
Guys, can I just say, give it up for John Shefsky and Rich Slaton. But especially Rich Slaton, because we know he puts all the work into actually writing these.
I make him fucking work!
Today's sources include The Westies by T.J. English, Paddy Whack, also by T.J. English. Paddy Whack is a great name. And of course, The Evil Robots at Wikipedia. Fuck yes, guys.
You guys are fucking amazing. You guys are so much
The day
fun.
that I called John Shefsky to tell him I wanted to do this show, the whole idea was to do a live show like this one.
I screened my call. I wasn't gonna answer because it was Slaton. But something up, like my thumb hit it. It was weird.
This is literally the whole point of this whole podcast was to do this tonight. So thank you guys very much
Amazing.
for being a part of this. Thank you, Jeremiah Watkins.
Jeremiah Watkins! Stand up!
Guys, if you want to send us some story suggestions, questions, dick pics, label those for John Shefsky.
3D. I want to watch him in my virtual reality mask.
Follow Jeremiah
At Jeremiah Stand Up.
Jeremiah Stand Up. And thank you so much. We'll stick around and hang out with you guys for a while. Bye, Robot!
Thank you, everybody. All of my friends, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, Robot.